I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to Complete Trader Academy's end of the week review. Today is Friday, March 31st, 2023. As you see here, got to follow the trend. They have objectives to fill up this imbalance, and they did that all the way up to the T. We still have that imbalance right there for the rest of this imbalance, that high right there, running for it. I mean, it ran right for this. Just, my God, it just kept going. So one thing I learned is follow the trend. Don't go try to catch the tops and do any of that and reversals. You know, in a situation like this, you see that the imbalance is there, and the price is only doing two things. It's going to take out liquidity, and it's going to rebalance price. That's it. It's all you need to know. No indicators here, none of that. All right, let's go into it here. It's going to be a little tricky to show because I'm sure they're going to skew the price. But let's see here. So we opened up right here, just the 1 hour. We opened up here. We had a gap. Price in London came down to the gap, respected it, held. I'm up at 9. So, and I know we had news today. So definitely this was a patience game. And then you can't really see much here, but you see it hit the target. And then it hit all this, what do you call it? It hit all this other weekly open gaps, previous ones, and just kind of blew right through it. Had a reaction here, but wasn't enough for what their agenda was, which was to fill up this gap number 1 and ES also happened to want to grab that gap. So who was running the market today? Definitely S&P. They closed up this imbalance right here, and that was what the market was running to and being controlled by. So that being said, let me go to I'm going to try a 5-minute here, but you'll see here what also framed the day of the buy was this divergence here. Well, first here, this divergence here on NAS at by 8:30 in the morning. They had taken out lows, and we had higher lows and higher lows in S&P and Dow. So that also frames the trade up, and sure enough, we had a little divergence right here. Well, this was a higher low, and the rest were taking out here. So that was the bullish scenario. Dollar was no help at all. Very manipulated, and I wasn't even trusting the dollar. This is a moment where I said, I don't care what the dollar is doing. But I did have some good divergence here, and my own analysis, again, is what's going to carry this and follow the direction, because it's very clear that we're aiming to take out that zone. So why did it disappear? Dude, this thing has a mind of its own. I don't know why it just disappeared. Hold on a second. So yeah, so this big blue is the imbalance here, and not sure why it's not showing on a 5-minute. It's so weird how they do that. I've been seeing a lot of bullshit with TradingView lately. Look, it's not even there. It should be there, but the purpose was to take it to that zone. And how I framed the trade is, so we had 8:30 news, we gapped up, all right, and then we played around and we came right back. I need to go to a 1 minute, so I just need to go to a 1 minute. That's how I looked at everything. So you'll see here that we gapped up, we came back down, and I generally want to take a buy after it's taken some type of sell liquidity, right? So we had that here, came down, taps right into, take a look here. I'm going to try to make this review short, but there's a lot going on here. But it taps right into that open of that candle, that down candle. So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, perfect. That's a good sign for buying. But it didn't give me a good opportunity to buy. The next opportunity to buy was right here, and I didn't like that. So on a 5-minute, you'll see that I got to go back to a 5-minute. Where are we? 5-minute. I wanted to see this imbalance, come into this imbalance on the 5-minute, and then it taps that block right there. Back to the 1-minute, I got to show you. And you'll see here. So I'm looking for order flow, right? So this was, I saw it, and I could have pushed the button, but that's super risky. Because could have came more into this, but that's a signature of the algorithm. Looking for precision. Price breaks up, leaves that imbalance. That's the 5-minute imbalance, this blue box right here that I'm hovering. And then I had the top of this on the 1-minute. I had all these down blocks, and that's the beginning of it. Sure enough, it tapped perfectly. So I wasn't a buyer yet because I knew this what kind of day it was. I waited for another imbalance. So price broke up, left an imbalance right here on the 1-minute, right? And this imbalance is actually here. I think I caught that on a smaller time frame. But I waited for this imbalance to get full and then tapped in here. As soon as it tapped into this block, I was in. And sure enough, it went the whole day. And these jerks made us work all day long. They made us work for the money. Look, it's almost 5 o'clock closing time, and we now just hit the top of that range, which was right here that I was taking the money to, which would have sealed that imbalance right here. Look at that. All the way till fucking end of the day. And I'm like, man, you guys are really going to make us just stay here all day. So, and they knew that people would, it's Friday, people would have left and all that shit. And I knew that they were going to do this. So crazy. But, so yeah, imbalance there, taps in the block, holds. Price always respects the down blocks. Had an imbalance here, taps in right there again, buy. This was an inversion imbalance, held right there. It's very hard to kind of go through all this, but I'll do my best. And then price comes back in, taps into that block right there, holds. All right, always holds. Every block is holding. Take a look at every block. There's another entry right there. You had an imbalance here on the 15-minute. So I kind of got to go to a 15-minute to show you this. Excuse me. See if I can do this quickly. But take a look. Now we're already in the imbalance, and we got a nice reaction at 50% of this highlighted shaded box, which was the previous imbalance on the higher time frame on the daily. And then you see these levels, these shaded, these are all weekly gaps. So the thing is that I wasn't buying it because I know we wanted to seal it, number one. Number two, we came back into this 15-minute imbalance right there, and we held, right? So that was a big sign of just a retracement to rebalance some price. And then let me go back to a 1-minute now. And super hard to show you this. But you'll see here, trying to do this clean. So came into that 15-minute imbalance. There's a 1-minute block right there. If I drag that out, you're going to see it taps beautifully. All right, price. So this was a buy too, but if you wanted order flow, price came up, came back down into that 1-minute block perfectly. Nice. And held. Down blocks are holding. This down block holds, price comes back in, holds, goes above, this block holds, goes above, this block holds, and constant. It was just constant all day. Had an imbalance here, price comes in and taps it and uses as another buy and kept going. And you thought it would have reversed. Nope. Came all the way back up, came back into this block right here. All right, took out that liquidity there, so that was a good sign, and shot the hell up. And now look at the time; it's 4:15, 4:20, and just kept rushing for this. And now we're about to close the month and the day with a minute and a half left, and this is where we are. So crazy manipulation on the dollar as well. They definitely didn't want you to catch this shit. But I'm not a rookie. So back to the daily. I mean, man, you know, the only thing I can tell you now at this point is we have so much imbalance of price on the downside, like majorly down. So I'm going to make another, I'm going to draw this out and put this as a daily imbalance. I always highlight the daily imbalances. Those are very key. And, oh, yep. So we have that daily imbalance. We have that daily imbalance. They're leaving that open. And then now we have this massive from here and from here, massive imbalance. So what did they do? They've accomplished getting all this imbalance. We do have this high and this imbalance. Now, did I think it would come up this high? No, not up here. I did see us coming into here for sure. Watch previous video. You'll tell me. I'll tell you that we're coming into here. And the biggest key and takeaway that I got from today was just follow your bias and follow the trend. Stop trying to catch reversals. Stop trying to be smarter and think it's going to come down right when it hit these levels. I thought we get something at 50%, which we had a reaction, and we had this gap that aligns with 50%. See, 50% of this candle and touching this open gap. So I was like, okay, there's a lot of resistance there probably. But we had the rest of the imbalance to finish. So, you know, that's just, they're probably saying to us, oh, we're efficiently delivering price by sealing it up. And that is sort of true. But the way they do it at the end of the week, and it's a Friday, and the way they did it, I just knew that they would pull this bullshit. Because everybody left lunch. They quit, and they're ready to celebrate. You know, we got Christian holidays, Jewish holidays, all that stuff going on right now. So, you know, it's like, especially next week, but that was the agenda, to seal this price, and it went exactly to it. So as far as next week goes, I think there's NFP next week. So we have manufacturing on Monday. Tuesday is non-farm employment. And let's see here. More news on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Then we have unemployment claims on Friday. Yes, non-farm employment on Friday. So they're probably going to use that to be the catalyst to come down. And as far as I can tell you, I've already got these levels marked. So I don't need to tell you anything else. We've already took care of all this. Next objective on the top side is if it doesn't turn bearish from here, because if you look closely, we have some weak opening gaps right there, which we're in one. We have one right there, so it could reverse here, but we also have that imbalance there. So I mean, we're at the mercy of the way they're moving price. But as soon as we get into this area, which we are now in, but maybe up here, you know, we're going down. I mean, there's no way all this imbalance and liquidity is going to sit here while we have this here. So the end of the month is here. We have April starting new quarter. So we might see a big shift. April might be a new quarter shift, and look for us to, so if we close the month like this, we're definitely going to open the next month. We're going to probably gap up and then come and take out this shit here, and definitely take out the high that we're at, right? Definitely take out that month. Well, that's the month high right there. So for March. So so we'll probably gap up and come up here, or we might gap down and then come back up. But I don't think this top side is now finished. Even if this was the high, the lower low, lower high, this was the lower low, and this is the lower high. So is it here, or is the lower high really up here, which to me would make sense up here? And if you look at ES, they have, well, they're pretty much good on the top side too, to be honest. I don't see this pocket getting hit, but maybe some imbalance of price right in here. But we have all reason to kind of turn around and come down. So that being all said, I don't really have anything else to say, but that's it. That's the wrap of March. So Should be very interesting until next week. We'll see news probably maybe push it up, but definitely I see April starting to come down. We got to get into this and all that, and get into this wick here and all that. So, all right, hope this helps. You guys take care and have a good weekend, and God bless.